Hi my loves, it's Sam. I'm going to be doing a very exciting video because Urban Decay has just come out with new blushes. You guys know I love Urban Decay. You also know that I love blush. That is my biggest obsession, is blush. I have a way too big of a collection and I'm just always drawn to buying more. Why? Why anyone needs that much blush, I don't know, but I just love blush. So I went over to Sephora yesterday because my lovely husband got me a gift card for Mother's Day, and so I thought, well, I'll head on over there. And I had seen in my Ulta catalog that Urban Decay had just come out with new blushes. When I got there, they did not actually have them out. So if you do go to your local Sephora and you don't see them, definitely be sure to ask someone, because she ended up bringing them all out for me to see and to swatch. And now I get to do this video for you guys. I believe there's 10 shades altogether, and they are very similar. I don't know if that's completely true, but I did see a few of the colors that relate to the lipstick. So like Bang is one of my favorite lip colors from Urban Decay. They have the blush version. So I'm not sure if that works for every single color, but there are a couple that I did notice that were kind of the same. So the packaging looks like this. It says Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush, and these are supposed to be a wearable color that won't quit. Extremely blendable, our sheer finely milled powder blush delivers 8 hours of wear in a lust-worthy array of shades in both shimmer and matte finishes. I noticed that most of these are matte, but what I love about it is that right here it shows you the color when you're just looking at the packaging from the outside. These are $26. I got them at Sephora. You can also get them, I'm sure, on urbandecay.com or at Ulta or anywhere that sells Urban Decay. Now, I'm going to show you the colors that I got, but first I want to talk about the packaging. So basically you have this gunmetal packaging. Now I love the way it looks, but bam! Fingerprints. I mean, the first time you use them, you pretty much wreck the packaging. It looks a mess. But it is really beautiful, and the gunmetal is very like chic and does look really beautiful when it's clean. Then you've got the little UD logo right here, and it has like kind of like a crisscross, like almost like jail pattern. No, I guess jail would be downward bars, but it'd be like a really good rabbit cage. So it has like this crisscross, like diagonal, like I don't know what that would be called. And then so through that you can see the color of the blush. Now it's not like a ridiculous like, wow, I really know what color that is, but you kind of get an idea like that's a pinky color. But then on the back you have the exact same color that the blush is as far as the sticker label. So the sticker label that's on the back is the color that is in the blush, and they're pretty much right on. And then of course in big massive letters it says Crush, the color. So this is the color Crush. And oh, and also they are magnetic. Dink, dink. So there's no divot, there's no button to press. It's just an open close situation like that. So I really do like the packaging. I think it's really, really nice, and it's very convenient. But then here's what it looks like inside. So again, you can see that kind of like crisscrossy, like diagonal, you know, whatever that is, rabbit cage situation. And then you have the blush right here. They're big. And I like the fact that when you stick a brush in, let me find my brush. Hold on, I don't know where it is. Why is it that whenever I need something, I can't find it? That's annoying. Okay, well, let's just pretend this is a blush brush right here. It's a perfect size for your blush brush. Like you can dink, bam, right in there, and you can, I hate when they're so small that you're like, you know, having to get all angles of your brush. It's a really beautiful, kind of like a hot pink. And I'm just going to swatch it for you. These are super silky. They're very similar to their powders. So there's the color right there. You can see it's just that really pretty like hot pink, but they have a very silky, like almost like pore minimizing texture or finish. They're just really silky. This is not a powdery blush. It's almost like a powder stain, if that makes sense. Because once you blend it onto the skin, you can't tell that there's a powder, but it kind of stains the skin underneath it. So I have something underneath that, so let me just put it on my arm. That might be easier. So you can see right there, they're very subtle. They're not like a ridiculously like super thick pigmentation. They're more of like a very subtle like stain, if that makes sense, but they are a powder. So that right there is the Crush. But I think that these are going to be really nice because I think they are going to be a lot easier to work with versus a really super pigmented blush, because you know how sometimes you can get a little excited and then you're like, whoa, Mimi. These are kind of more like you gotta work it in, you know. They blend out really nicely, but it's not gonna, you're not gonna have that like ridiculous clown blush, if you know what I mean. The next color is called Indecent, and you can see this packaging is already fingerprinted because I used it today. I'm wearing it today. It's a really, really soft kind of peachy orange color. Very good if you have pale skin, but it's called Indecent, and again, it's just a really pretty peach. And I'll swatch that for you. So that's it's very light. It's very light. Like, this is perfect for the pale girls. And there's the color right there. So you can see how subtle that color is. It's really soft peach. It's beautiful. Next we have Score. Now Score is shimmery. It's got a little bit of a sparkle to it. And it's a really beautiful, it's actually very similar to Orgasm from NARS, I think anyway. It's got that kind of peachy, pinky, but with gold shimmer. And that's what it looks like on my finger. That is it swatched on my arm. Wait, where is my arm? Right there. So you can see it's just a really pretty peachy pink with gold shimmer. And I'm hoping this is going to come off okay in camera because it's looking really light from my light. But maybe I'll do a blog post on my blog so you guys can see the swatches better. But that's what that color is. Gorgeous. If you like that kind of peachy, pinky, shimmery, you're going to love Score. Then I got Bang. This is the one I was telling you about that is just like the lipstick color and the lip liner color. So right on the back, Bang. This is a gorgeous red. It's like a corally red. And you think, that's a bit crazy for your cheeks. But I feel like because these are so fine and so, there's such a subtle, they're not like ridiculously thick. I think it's going to be just a really gorgeous coral once you blend it out. It's not going to be like, whoa, red blush. It's going to be more of like a very warm, reddish kind of like hot coral, if that makes sense. But it's gorgeous. If you have a darker skin tone, you're going to love Bang. Last but not least, I got obsessed. And how I describe this is like that really innocent doll, like pink doll blush, like a little Barbie, or just a little like, it just gives you this really innocent like pink flush. It's a very cool toned pink. I'll show you on my finger so you can see it's like that really almost like, it's just a Barbie pink. That's how I describe it, but it's right there. So you have that really just cool toned Barbie pink blended out. When you blend these out, they just give this like iridescent glow. I don't know, it's like really weird because they're matte, but then they just melt into the skin and like stain it and give this just beautiful like almost like an airbrushed effect. I've only tried one of them on my face so far, so this is definitely a first impressions video, but from what I did notice is that you definitely need to do a little bit more product. This is not a product that you're just gonna be like dink dink. It's like you can push it in a few times. Obviously, because I used Indecent, it's a lot lighter. The darker colors you probably want to be more careful with. But it was very nicely blended out. It didn't like streak, or I didn't feel like I had to like really work it out. It was just a very nice soft blush. It just gave me a very subtle peach glow to my cheeks, and it was really nice to apply, and it does give you that really silky like finish on your cheeks. So far, I'm really, really impressed with these for my first impression. Obviously, I need to try the other colors out on my face, and then I'll give you guys an updated thought of them. But for $26, I feel like, you know, I honestly was expecting to be closer to the $30 or $32 range, so I was kind of surprised that they were $26, even though it's still a little bit higher in the price, you know, price point. I feel like these are a really quality product. I think you're really gonna like them, and I think it's gonna be something that whether you are a beginner or you've been doing makeup for a very long time, you're gonna like them. Basically, to me, it's a powder stain. That's how I describe it, and they are an 8-hour wear, so I think that's kind of what they are trying to be, is like a stain but in a powder version, because it's going to last all day long. I definitely say go out and buy some. At least pick up one color if you're thinking about it. They're really beautiful. They have some purples, they have really, really bright hot pink, they have more mauve colors, a more kind of like nudie shade. So they kind of have something for every skin tone. Whether you're fair or dark, or you like more corals, or you like more kind of cool tones, you're going to find something that you like. So head on over to your Sephora or Ulta or UrbanDecay.com. Check them out, see what you think, pick up a couple, Let me know how you like them. But yes, so far, I'm super impressed. I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm Sam Schuerman. All the links are down below. Come tweet me. We can be friends.